Welcome back. We have a very special guest joining us for our Community Voices today, Dr. Jamal Toure. Thank you so much for being here, Dr. Jamal. How are you?
Glad to be here. You know I can't resist WSAV. I got to be here for WSAV.
Well, we are here today to talk about the Weeping Time commemoration services that have been going on since Thursday or Friday?
Thursday for some people.
Okay.
Actually, so let me back up.
Yes.
For some, it's been an entire week.
Wow.
This is culminating for some people right now. So we see from Monday, they have events going on throughout. And so now the Weeping Time commemoration, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for them.
Perfect. And you were also just telling me that there are 3 different groups that are involved in the Weeping Time commemoration services. So tell us a little bit about that.
Right. We'll do a disservice to the others because we have also the African Unity Weeping Time Festival that's done by Ivory Bay, and they do that on Saturday. And then also the Weeping Time Coalition here in Savannah. They have a litany of events going on also. But the commemoration group, that's the one that you all showed earlier.
Yes.
That's the one that we're a part of that will be held at St. Cyprian Church at 401 Fort King George Drive in Darien, Georgia. So
yes. And that's also the one that you are going to be speaking at today.
Right, that's right.
Yeah.
At 2 o'clock at St. Cyprian Church, Episcopal Church. And again, one of the oldest African Episcopal churches in the state of Georgia.
Wow. And so what does this honor mean to you to get to speak to an event that is historic like this and like a very sad historical moment for Savannah?
And you asked that, and I'll say that it's an honor with regards to that, because also what happens is that it allows us to provide information. So oftentimes people go and say that, again, like you say, that is sad. No, this is an opportunity for us to tell the story and to tell it correctly, but then also to honor people. And that's why we say to people, respect and honor, respect and honor. We respect and honor our ancestors. And so this is an opportunity that now throw a lot of seeds out there that will be planted, that will grow. And so that's why I'm always excited about that. So I'm excited to be in Darien and to be able to share that information.
So for those of our viewers who don't know, let's back it up a little bit and talk about the Weeping Time and why we do this commemoration services over a 4-day weekend. So let's start with that, Dr. Jamal.
Well, I'm going to back it up even further.
Okay.
Like with regards to when you were talking about the weather, that when it being rainy.
Yeah.
Some of us discuss and say, hey, this is kind of symbolic and appropriate because that's what it was like. March 2nd, March 3rd, 1859, you have the largest sale of human beings in the United States and will occur in Savannah. Now, some are saying Charleston right now, but then it was not the conglomeration that we see in Savannah. So Charleston is not necessarily there like Savannah. But on that day, you have African people who are now taken from McIntosh County, Butler Island, and now brought up here and now seeing their entire lives transformed. That they want to keep them down on Bay Street, but they couldn't keep them in the Negro yards on Bay Street. So they had to take them out to the racetrack that was there in what we know as West Savannah. And so now we see people on this rain, that torrential rain that's happening in Savannah, Georgia on the 2nd and the 3rd of March. They're now seeing, again, the displacement of families. And that, again, saying that the heavens were crying because of what was transpiring.
Wow, like you said, that is very symbolic, and the weather now is what it was when the slaves were getting sold. So very symbolic nature. And I mean, why is it so important to share this story with the world? You know, a lot of people say if you don't talk about history, it will repeat itself. So explain to us, Dr. Toure, why you feel as though it is important to make the world known, make this tragedy known.
Well, now, this is going to probably be a shameless plug for some of you, and that's why we do what we do at WSAV, because we tell folks that most of us do not know American history. We know American mythology. And so that's what we spit out. We feed the mythology to people so people are not able to connect because of the mythology. And by doing this right here, this is now our way to tell American history, to tell the story so we can all connect, because it's all of our story. This story, the events that happen on Butler Island, that happens now in McIntosh County, that happens in Chatham County, that happens in Savannah, is American history, is Georgia history. It's the story that we must know so we can make bridges in the basis for us to come together. Yeah. So that's the appropriate thing about this. This is our time to share our story so we can all connect.
Well, that is absolutely amazing. And I'm sure your speech today at the church is going to be very inspiring and moving. I wish I could come. But thank you so much for coming on the show and sharing this piece of history with our viewers, Dr. Toure. Do you have anything else you want to add about this significant day?
And with regards to this, so again, we say inviting everyone to come out. Again, it's at St. Cyprian. That's 401 Fort King George Drive in Darien, Georgia. And so they're saying to folks, you know, if you come, they want you to have African attire. If you want to do that African attire. But come, and so we can fellowship, so we can come together, so we can be one family. And the last thing I share, the greatest high school of all is Herschel V. Jenkins High School. And Kim Gudsby will agree with me on that.
Oh, I'm going to have to disagree. We're going to have to agree to disagree on that one, Dr. Jamal. Thank you so much for coming on. And we will have all the information. Like you said, it is going to be held. Say the church's name one more time.
St. Cyprian Episcopal Church, and that's 401 Fort King George Drive in Darien, Georgia, at 2 o'clock. From 2 to 5. That's the program.
Perfect. And so you're going to be speaking. You also we have some other speakers. We're going to be having some type of praise and worship as well. It's just going to be a day of remembrance.
That's right.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much again for coming on. And when we come back,